Welcome to Furniture Industry News for Friday, April 4th. It's been a wild 24 hours, and the furniture industry is weathering some serious turbulence right now. In the wake of recent tariff announcements, the stock market reacted swiftly and harshly. All 27 furniture-related stocks tracked by the market saw sharp declines. RH, formerly known as Restoration Hardware, took the biggest hit with a 40% plunge. This broad downturn signals deep investor anxiety about how increased tariffs could ripple through the industry, impacting everything from raw material sourcing and supply chains to product pricing and consumer demand. In the midst of this uncertainty, leaders are calling for a measured response. Todd Wanick, CEO of Ashley Furniture Industries, urged manufacturers, retailers, and partners across the industry to remain calm and focused. Wanick emphasized that while the current trade climate poses real challenges, it's essential to approach the situation strategically rather than react out of panic. With so many variables in play, policy changes, global supply constraints, and shifting consumer behavior, maintaining perspective and flexibility is critical. One of the most consequential developments is the elimination of the so-called de minimis provision. This loophole previously allowed packages valued under $800 from China and Hong Kong to enter the U.S. duty-free. That's changing fast. Beginning May 2nd, those imports will be hit with a 30% tariff or a minimum fee of $25 per item, escalating to $50 per item by June 1st. For furniture importers who rely on small parcel shipments from Asia, this could be a game changer, leading to significantly higher costs and a reevaluation of current logistics models. At the same time, it's important not to lose sight of consumer trends that can offer growth opportunities, even in the midst of broader economic pressure. Fresh data from Consumer Insights now reveals that nearly 29% of consumers plan to buy new primary bedroom furniture in the next 6 months. The most enthusiastic buyers? Gen Z and younger millennials. This younger cohort is emerging as a key demographic, and understanding their preferences, be it for sustainable materials, multifunctional design, or easy e-commerce options, could give forward-thinking retailers and manufacturers a real edge. Retailers are already making moves in response to these shifting tides. Big Lots, for example, is plotting a comeback. The company plans to reopen 219 stores by midsummer, with initial focus on Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, and North Carolina. These locations have been strategically chosen based on local demand patterns and operational readiness. This resurgence signals a broader trend in retail, adapting footprint and presence to match changing consumer behavior and local economic conditions. Meanwhile, Bassett Furniture is also showing signs of strategic resilience. In its first quarter report, the company posted stronger profitability, largely driven by improvements in wholesale margins. In response to the looming tariff increases, CEO Rob Spillman has indicated that the company will carefully recalibrate its pricing strategies. Rather than implementing steep hikes that risk alienating customers, Bassett is looking to balance competitiveness with profitability, a smart approach in a market where consumers are increasingly value-conscious but still seeking quality and design. The overall retail environment, despite challenges, is showing signs of stability. The National Retail Federation has projected a retail sales increase of between 2.7% and 3.7% for 2025. That puts growth right in line with pre-pandemic averages. While this isn't explosive expansion, it's a sign that consumer spending remains steady. With inflation showing signs of slowing and wages remaining relatively strong, the outlook for home furnishings remains cautiously optimistic. These recent developments suggest several key strategies for professionals across the furniture industry. First, diversify supply chains wherever possible. Relying too heavily on a single country, particularly one facing rising tariffs, is increasingly risky. Exploring options in Southeast Asia, Central America, or even domestic production could help mitigate these risks and stabilize lead times. Second, pay close attention to consumer insights. Trends like the surge in bedroom furniture interest among younger shoppers can be leveraged for product development and targeted marketing. Understanding not just what consumers want, but why they want it and how they prefer to buy is more important than ever. Third, rethink pricing. Tariffs and higher production costs will inevitably squeeze margins, but abrupt price increases can backfire. Instead, consider phased adjustments, bundling offers, or value-added services like free delivery or extended warranties to preserve perceived value. Fourth, invest in domestic capabilities where possible. While overseas production may remain more cost-effective in the short term, Bringing elements of manufacturing back to North America could help reduce exposure to global supply shocks and trade policy swings. More localized production also enables quicker delivery times, something younger consumers are coming to expect as standard. Finally, stay flexible and informed. The policy landscape is shifting quickly, and companies that remain agile will be best positioned to adapt. Whether it's reassessing sourcing strategies, redesigning product lines to use tariff-free materials, or fine-tuning logistics to avoid costlier ports of entry, responsiveness is becoming a competitive advantage. There's no doubt the road ahead will require patience and smart decision-making. The ripple effects of tariffs, changing consumer preferences, and a cautious retail climate are converging in real time. But within every disruption lies opportunity. As industry leaders like Ashley and Bassett have shown, the right strategy, grounded in data, tempered by experience, and guided by long-term thinking, can help companies not only weather the storm, but emerge stronger on the other side. So, whether you're a retailer rethinking your floor plan, a manufacturer grappling with new sourcing challenges, or a designer tuned into the next wave of home trends, one thing is clear: adaptability, insight, and resilience will define the next chapter for the furniture industry. To stay ahead of the curve with the latest trends, policy updates, and business strategies shaping our industry, be sure to subscribe to Furniture Industry News, your trusted source for insight, innovation, and success in the world of furniture.